Break time over. Back to class. We're going to review the ayat, and inshallah, we try to finish the surah tonight, and tomorrow, bi'idhnillah, we go to the next surah. So repeat after me, everybody. Those outside, come back to class, inshallah. Let's read and get some reward, all of us, and then we begin the tafsir. I want to hear everyone reading. And those, don't let these boys distract you, please. Have a seat. Turn around. All right, repeat, everybody. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إذا الشمس كورت وإذا النجوم انكدرت وإذا الجبال سيرت وإذا العشار عطلت وإذا الوحوش حشرت وإذا البحار سجرت وإذا النفوس زوجت وإذا الموءودة سئلت بأي ذنب قتلت وإذا الصحف نشرت وإذا السماء كشطت وإذا الجحيم سعرت وإذا الجنة أزلفت علمت نفس ما أحضرت فلا أقسم بالخنس الجوار الكنس والليل إذا عسعس والصبح إذا تنفس إنه لقول رسول كريم ذي قوة عند ذي العرش مكين مطاع ثم أمين اسمه مطاع ثم أمين وما صاحبكم بمجنون وما صاحبكم بمجنون ولقد رآه بالأفق المبين بالأفق المبين ولقد رآه بالأفق المبين وما هو على الغيب بضنين وما هو بقول شيطان رجيم فأين تذهبون إن هو إلا ذكر للعالمين لمن شاء منكم أن يستقيم وما تشاءون إلا أن يشاء الله الله رب العالمين. Okay, who can tell me the meaning? You have your book, look in your Tafsir book, tell me in English, raise your hand. What is the meaning of إِذَا الشَّمْسُ كُوِّرَتْ? إِذَا الشَّمْسُ, give this, or you can use the mic, go ahead, you go first. إِذَا الشَّمْسُ كُوِّرَتْ, read the meaning.
When the sun is wrapped up.
Okay, one more time.
When the sun is wrapped up.
When the sun is wrapped up. So let me tell you this. It's one of the signs of Qiyamah that the sun will be wrapped up, meaning rolled up, meaning, and the part of the meaning of Takwir al-Shams is that the light of the sun would go away. The sun would disappear. And the sun will be wrapped up, rolled up, and thrown away. This, in a nutshell, signifies the end of the motion of the sun, the work of sun. It will come to an end. You know, every day sun rises and then sun sets. This goes on and on and on. But time will come that the rising of sun and setting of the sun will come to standstill, will stop. So إِذَا الشَّمْسُ كُوِّرَتْ, when the sun is wrapped up, it's rolled up. When the light will diminish, the light of the sun will disappear. So in other words, means that the time for the end of the motion of the sun rising and setting will come to an end. إِذَا الشَّمْسُ كُوِّرَتْ. Second ayah, brothers again. وَإِذَا النُّجُومُ انْكَدَرَتْ. Yo. وَإِذَا النُّجُومُ انْكَدَرَتْ. Turn the mic on.
And when the stars fall, losing their luster.
Yes. So the stars, they will fall and scatter. Meaning the work that Allah Azza wa Jalla placed, the stars fall will come to an end. All these signs of the Qiyamah. Sun will lose its brightness. Its work will come to an end. The stars will fall and scatter. All this signifies the day of Qiyamah. وَإِذَا النُّجُومُ انْكَدَرَتْ, and when the stars shall fall. 3. وَإِذَا الْجِبَالُ سُيِّرَتْ. Give the mic to him. وَإِذَا الْجِبَالُ سُيِّرَتْ. Go ahead.
And when the mountains are moved away.
One more time.
And when the mountains are moved away.
Right. So on the day of Qiyamah, as Allah said, وَتَرَى الْجِبَالَ تَحْسَبُهَا جَامِدًا وَهِيَ تَمُرُّ مَرَّ السَّحَابِ. All this explains that when the time for Qiyamah comes, and then when the mountains shall be made to pass away. In other words, the mountains shall not be there as mountains. They will all scatter, they will all disappear, and then it's going to be plain filled, level filled. لا ترى فيها عوجا ولا أمتا. You will not see any crookedness or any hill. عوجا ولا أمتا. No any curve, no any crookedness. It's going to be plain filled, level, no mountains. It's all going to disappear. It's all going to scatter. All these are signs of the Qiyamah. Ayah number 4. وَإِذَا الْعِشَارُ عُطِّلَتْ. Give the mic to him. وَإِذَا الْعِشَارُ عُطِّلَتْ.
And when the full-term she-camels are left untended.
So she, camel, will be left untended, meaning unattended. In other words, the owner of the she camel will neglect them. It means that something serious, something, very important has come. It is the time for Qiyamah. Why they mention al-ishar in particular is a type of very expensive camel that owners will not abandon them. The owners will not neglect them. But it's time for Qiyamah, because Qiyamah will happen, meaning an-nafkhu fi sur. The angel will blow on the trumpet when people will be out in their marketplace, doing their business, going about their daily, runnings and routine, and then Allah will command the angel to blow on the trumpet. So this is going to be a very serious day. So much so that those who have expensive camel will leave them unattended. They will abandon them. وَإِذَا الْوُحُوشُ حُشِرَتْ. Brothers again, take the mic. وَإِذَا الْوُحُوشُ حُشِرَتْ.
And when the wild beasts are gathered.
Yeah, and when the wild beasts are gathered together, meaning that the animals in the wilderness, in the wild, will run into the city, and then the domestic animals will run. They will all mix. They will all gather. In other words, it's going to be a very serious day that not only humans but even animals will be running around because of the horrendous nature of that day. وَإِذَا الْبِحَارُ سُجِّرَتْ. Ayah 6, brothers again. Give the mic to him. وَإِذَا الْبِحَارُ سُجِّرَتْ.
There's something called women's unit.
نعم. وَإِذَا الْبِحَارُ سُجِّرَتْ. Ayah 6.
And when the seas are made to overflow.
That's right. And when the seas shall become as blazing fire. So seas will overflow and be as blazing fire. All these are signs of the Qiyamah. Ayah 7. وَإِذَا النُّفُوسُ زُوِّجَتْ. Give the mic to him. وَإِذَا النُّفُوسُ زُوِّجَتْ.
And when the souls are paired with their respective bodies.
That's right. When the souls are paired, when the souls are joined, when the souls are connected. And I mentioned this yesterday. Allah mentioned, فَأَصْحَابُ الْمَيْمَنَةِ مَا أَصْحَابُ الْمَيْمَنَةِ وَأَصْحَابُ الْمَشْأَمَةِ مَا أَصْحَابُ الْمَشْأَمَةِ وَالسَّابِقُونَ السَّابِقُونَ. So you have people will be paired in groups according to their deeds. Good people together, bad people together, and those who will, take the lead. So people will be in parts, people will be pairs, in groups, according to their good deeds. Yes. Give him the mic, please. So we're going on. وَإِذَا النُّفُوسُ زُوِّجَتْ. Now, وَإِذَا الْمَوْءُودَةُ سُئِلَتْ. Ayah number 8. وَإِذَا الْمَوْءُودَةُ سُئِلَتْ.
And when the female infant buried alive is asked,
Exactly. Go to the next ayah. بِأَيِّ ذَنْبٍ قُتِلَتْ.
for what sin she was killed.
Exactly. There is a very interesting story here. Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu, when he was Amir al-Mu'mineen, meaning commander of the faithful, and listen to this. Sometimes he would sit down with his entourage, with his folks, with his people, and he was the Amir al-Mu'mineen. And sometimes he would laugh out loud, just laughing and laughing. But some other times, he will just sit down and he will burst in tears. And he will be crying till he soaks his beard with tears. So his people ask him, they said to him, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, we observe that sometimes you laugh out loud, you just laugh, and sometimes you burst in tears, and then you soak your beard with tears. They ask him, so what is the matter with you? Like, what's up? He said, I remember the reason why I laugh sometimes when I was in Jahiliyyah, meaning before Islam, it was the tradition of the Arabs and Kuffar that they worship idols. Not only that, but they make their gods when they travel. Little gods and take with them. So I remember Omar said that once I was traveling and I made my God with dates. So when I traveled and I became very hungry, I was starving and I didn't have any food to eat. And I remember that I had some date in my pocket. But I remember that was what? His God. Took it out. He said, oh God, I'm so sorry. You know I'm very hungry. You know I'm starving, but I don't have no food. So I'm just begging you, you know what I'm saying? Let me eat your hands and your legs. And then when I go back home, I'm going to make you up. I'm going to make you new. So he spoke with his God, which he made of date. So he ate the hands and the legs. But it was just so little, so tiny God. So he wasn't full. He wasn't satisfied. So he said, God, I'm so sorry that I have to eat you up. I have to eat the rest of you because I'm not, I'm not full. So he ate his God. He ate the date. So whenever he remembers what happened and like how stupid people were back then worshiping idols, even dates, he laughed. It's like, wow, that was back in the days that we didn't know better. We were just so stupid. We were worshiping idols. So much so he was worshiping date idol. So that makes him laugh. But what makes him cry? He said, telling his people, I remember back in the days, I had a little girl, my own daughter. She loves me so much. But that was the tradition in Jahiliyyah before Islam. They killed their daughters alive. So Omar said, I took my girl out to the desert. I dug a hole, deep hole, and I was taking the sand out of the hole, and some of the sand, some of the dirt, on my beard. So that little girl, she was cleaning, the sand and the dirt off my beard because it was like dusty and all that. He said, but after I finished removing the sand from the hole, I took my daughter alive and I put her in the hole and buried her with the sand. I killed her literally alive. That's how people used to be mean, used to be ignorant. They killing their girls for two reasons. Who can tell me? Why were they killing their girls alive? Let me go to the sisters. Why were the people in Jahiliyyah burying and killing their girls? Why?
Family owner.
I cannot hear you. Why were they killing the girls alive?
Family owner.
I'm sorry? What's she saying? Can you speak up a little bit? Can you speak up, please?
An owner.
What's she saying? I'm sorry. I can't hear it. You want to try again? Speak up, please. Should I borrow you my voice? Hey, guys, use the mic. Why?
They don't bring something bad to the family.
Oh, okay. All right. Take the mic. Tell me why they used to bury the girls alive.
First thing, because it was tradition in Jahiliyyah.
Okay, tradition of Jahiliyyah.
Because they thought that the children were really useless and they had no point and they couldn't help them in any way.
Okay, who else? Give the mic to him. Send the mic, please. Why were they killing the girls in Jahiliyyah? Yes.
During war, the women were really not like that helpful.
That the women
got
were
captured.
weak and they could not defend themselves during the war. So for the fear of shame, that the girls might end up in the hands of the enemies. Any other reason?
Because for the fear of poverty, they thought that
For the fear of poverty.
Because-
So both of you were right. So for the fear of poverty, What does it mean for the fear of poverty? What does it mean? What does it mean that they kill the girls for the fear of poverty? Yes, give the mic to him. For the fear of poverty, what does it mean?
They had to buy food and everything to feed them.
Yeah, they feel like they're providing a whole lot for the girls, and that the little girls, even when they become adult, they cannot bring any sustenance. They have to be dependent on the parents and on the father. So it's like we are poor, we don't have a lot, and these girls are going to be a burden on us. So they kill them. So Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu, he did that. Yes. Next time you use the washroom during the break time. Alright? So they used to kill their girls, their daughters, for the fear of poverty and for the fear of shame. So here in this ayah, Allah Azza wa Jalla mentioned, ayah 8 and 9, وَإِذَا الْمَوْءُودَةُ سُئِلَتْ بِأَيِّ ذَنْبٍ قُتِلَتْ. And when the female infant buried alive, meaning as they used to do in Jahiliyyah, shall be asked, shall be questioned. Ayah 9, بِأَيِّ ذَنْبٍ قُتِلَتْ. For what sin was she killed? Meaning she's going to ask for retribution. No, it's not time for wudu. I'll let you make wudu when we finish. بِأَيِّ ذَنْبٍ قُتِلَتْ. For what sin was she killed? So in other words, I just want to make it clear. It is haram. It is one of the major sins to kill your daughter for the fear of shame or for the fear of poverty. It is haram to kill your daughters. There is authentic hadith explaining what Allah has forbidden, and is mentioned one of the the sins, to kill your daughter for the fear that she will come and consume or eat your food with you. Allah provide to all of us. And Allah said in the Quran, وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا أَوْلَادَكُمْ خَشْيَةَ إِمْلَاقٍ. And do not kill your children, meaning your girls, for the fear of poverty. خَشْيَةَ إِمْلَاقٍ. For the fear of poverty, meaning you see that in the future you cannot provide for them. خَشْيَةَ إِمْلَاقٍ. For the fear of poverty which will happen in the future. That I cannot pay for their school fees, I cannot pay for their tuition, I cannot provide food for them, I cannot provide sustenance for them, I cannot buy clothes for them. So خَشْيَةَ إِمْلَاقٍ. For the fear of poverty in the future, it's haram to kill them. And also, وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا أَوْلَادَكُمْ مِنْ إِمْلَاقٍ. And do not kill your children, meaning your girls, because of poverty that you are already in. So you are already sinking in debt. You are already sinking in poverty. So don't kill your children either because of the poverty which you live in or because of the poverty in the future. It is haram to do that, and it's one of the major sins. Also, I mentioned last night, but just to reiterate. So for example, a sister is pregnant. All right? A mother is pregnant. And she will say that, the economy is hard. We don't have enough money to cater for the children. And now the mother is pregnant again. They have to abort the pregnancy. They have to take it out. For the fear of poverty, it is haram to do that. It is haram to abort pregnancy. Now, but there is an acceptable reason sometimes for the woman to abort the pregnancy. First, let's say that the woman is very sick and she consults with her doctor, and upon evaluation and test and all of that, the doctor will say that the mother cannot keep this pregnancy. Why? Because it's going to cost her life. In other words, the life of the mother would be in danger. In other words, the mother is going to die if she keeps the pregnancy. Then she has to abort it. Or let's say that the mother, she has some, past experiences that when she gave birth, she had C-section, meaning like process before giving birth, and that now is too much, so much so that the mother's life is on the line. She's going to be in danger. She's going to die. So it's either her life or the baby's life. Now, according to Islam, she can terminate the pregnancy. She can abort the pregnancy because keeping the mother alive is first and foremost. It's more important. Then she will abort the pregnancy. Now, another reason is that, for example, the doctor will say that the mother has already been through surgery. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, all her birth through surgery. And this multiple times of surgery would constitute danger to her. Then she will, the doctor is trustworthy, people know him, that to speak the truth. Then yes, regardless whether this doctor is a Muslim or not, but he is giving, this advice is a medical advice, nothing to do with a particular religion per se. Then we take the doctor's advice into account. Now, there is also another reason to abort a pregnancy, and I hope you guys are listening to me, that in case of rape, someone raped a woman or a girl, and when she was raped, then she became pregnant. Now, Islamically, due to this hardship and the harm inflicted upon this woman, and given the trauma that she might go through, it is permissible for her to abort the pregnancy because of the difficulty, the hardship, and the trauma. She always lived, thinking about what happened to her and how this pregnancy came about. Now that she's going through the trauma and the agonies and the hardship of this situation, it's permissible for her to abort this pregnancy because of that. Now, because of poverty, no. She cannot abort the pregnancy because of shame. No, she cannot abort it now. But if there is a good and justifiable reason, that is different. The Prophet ﷺ made it very clear that it is haram to abort pregnancy. So again, وَإِذَا الْمَوْءُودَةُ سُئِلَتْ بِأَيِّ ذَنْبٍ قُتِلَتْ. We'll take a few more ayats. If we are not able to finish, we'll finish tomorrow. وَإِذَا الصُّحُفُ نُشِرَتْ. Who's going to go? Let me go to sisters. وَإِذَا الصُّحُفُ نُشِرَتْ. Ayah number 10.
And when the pages are laid open.
And when the pages are laid open. So in other words, this means that on the day of Qiyamah, you will see your record, you will see the pages, meaning your deeds, good deeds or bad deeds would be open. You'll be able to see them, you'll be able to read them. اقرأ كتابك كفى بنفسك اليوم عليك what? كفى بنفسك اليوم عليك what? حسيبا. You'll be able, to see and reckon yourself and see what you have done in this world. So the pages will be laid open. Next ayah, وَإِذَا الصُّحُفُ نُشِرَ وَإِذَا السَّمَاءُ كُشِطَتْ. Sisters again. وَإِذَا السَّمَاءُ كُشِطَتْ. Ayah 11.
This one, 11.
Ayah 11, sisters.
And when the sky is stripped away.
So stripped here, it means that it's going to change. It's not going to be the same sky, the same sama, heaven that you know of. Allah said in the Quran, يَوْمَ تُبَدَّلُ الْأَرْضُ غَيْرَ الْأَرْضِ وَالسَّمَاوَاتِ وَبَرَزُوا لِلَّهِ الْوَاحِدِ الْقَهَّارِ. It tells you the earth is going to change and the sky, the heaven will change. It's not going to be the same that you know with the moon and the sun and the stars. No, all is going to change and the heaven will be stripped off and taken away from its place. Ayah number 12. وَإِذَا الْجَحِيمُ سُعِّرَتْ. Sisters again. وَإِذَا الْجَحِيمُ سُعِّرَتْ.
And when the hellfire is set ablaze.
Exactly. So when the hellfire is set ablaze, meaning will be heated, and it's going to be ready to welcome those who will be dwellers of the hellfire. May Allah save all of us. Ayah number 13, sisters again. وَإِذَا الْجَنَّةُ أُزْلِفَتْ. Sisters again.
And when paradise is brought near.
And when paradise, is brought near. Meaning, those who will go to Jannah will see Jannah and will see the hellfire. And those who will go to the hellfire, they will see. You see Jannah with your eyes because it will be brought near, will be brought close. The hellfire will also be visible. May Allah admit all of us into Jannah and save us away from the hellfire. وَإِذَا الْجَنَّةُ أُزْلِفَتْ. Ayah number 14. I'll come to brothers. عَلِمَتْ نَفْسٌ مَا أَحْضَرَتْ. عَلِمَتْ نَفْسٌ مَا أَحْضَرَتْ. I'll give it to the brother in the blue shirt. عَلِمَتْ نَفْسٌ مَا أَحْضَرَتْ. Give him the mic, please. عَلِمَتْ نَفْسٌ مَا أَحْضَرَتْ. Ayah 14. عَلِمَتْ نَفْسٌ مَا أَحْضَرَتْ.
A soul will then know what it has brought with it.
That's right. Then every person will know what he or she has brought, meaning good or evil, good or bad. You will see everything. There is authentic hadith collected by Al-Imam Al-Bukhari rahimahullah, and narrated by Abu Hurairah radiyallahu anhu. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Ash-shamsu wal-qamaru yukawwarani yawm al-qiyamah." Ash-shamsu wal-qamaru yukawwarani yawm al-qiyamah. It means sun and the moon shall be rolled up on the day of Qiyamah. They will be rolled up on the day of Qiyamah. And this also explains the first ayah, إِذَا الشَّمْسُ كُوِّرَتْ. There is also another hadith that the Prophet ﷺ said, مَنْ سَرْوَهُ أَنْ يَنْظُرَ إِلَى يَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ كَأَنَّهُ رَأْيُ عَيْنٍ فَلْيَقْرَأْ إِذَا الشَّمْسُ كُوِّرَتْ وَإِذَا السَّمَاءُ انْفَطَرَتْ وَإِذَا السَّمَاءُ انشَقَّتْ. The Prophet ﷺ said, anyone who wishes to see the day of resurrection with his own eyes, كَأَنَّهُ رَأْيُ عَيْنٍ, with his own eyes, clearly, then he or she should read or recite this surah, إِذَا الشَّمْسُ كُوِّرَتْ, or إِذَا السَّمَاءُ انْفَطَرَتْ, or إِذَا السَّمَاءُ انشَقَّتْ. Why? Because these surahs explain some of what will happen on the day of Qiyamah. So we're going to leave it here for tonight. Tomorrow, inshallah ta'ala, we'll continue with the seerah and we'll continue with the tafsir. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.